How about some St. Patty's Day jokes? Yeah, man. When does a leprechaun cross the road? When it turns green. Thank you, Christina, for sending these awesome jokes in, by the way. What kind of spells do leprechauns use? Lucky Charms, of course. Can't eat those things, they're bad for you. Why do leprechauns love to garden? They have green thumbs. All right, let's get this week underway. It is Monday, and it is the week of St. Patrick's Day. It is dead set in the middle of March, which is pretty cool because spring is just about here, and it's a good time to start warming up, have more fun, start looking forward to summer coming. Before we can do all that good stuff, we got to do some headlines. And yes, as you saw last week, we have a new guest helping out with the headlines. So let's see how it goes today, starting with Perseverance. You know, the rover on Mars. Perseverance has officially started its search for signs of life on Mars. Sure. Yeah, now that they got that laser working on that selfless, defenseless rock, sure, let's go explore for life now that we got our laser working.
What manner of headlines do we got this week? Oh, they're right here in front of me. Aye. 500,000 Disney fans want Depp back for Pirate 6. I thought we sent this headline to Davy Jones' locker last week. Apparently these fools think they've got something to argue about. There be 7.8 billion people on the planet. 500,000 not gonna change me mind, says I. Depp be a fine lad for sure, but his pirating days be over. Time for real pirates to be pirating the pirate movies. Arr, arr, arr be squalls up ahead, and you best not be thinking you can survive the scourge of the wicked deep known as the Hollywood. I lost my train of thought there, but ye have been warned.
So I'm just not sure, I'm perplexed on this whole thing. A little bit more commentary on that than I would have necessarily liked, but apparently he did some research on those numbers. I don't know. We'll see how this goes with the pirate. I'm not sold yet, pirate captain. Anyway, moving right along. This windowless Taco Bell will drop food to you through dumbwaiters. Dumbwaiters are little like chutes, you know, like a laundry chute at a hotel or something like that. Yeah, it's a weird looking Taco Bell. But more importantly, have you seen the Taco Bell that's on the ocean? Not out in the ocean, but right on the beach. Have you seen that Taco Bell here in California? This is amazing. Check it out. Isn't that cool? That's over near Pacifica, right by San Francisco. It's like an hour and a half, hour and 45-minute drive from here. That's crazy, right on the beach. That's the best Taco Bell in the world. Best location for a Taco Bell in the world. Pretty amazing. All right, so what are we gonna do this week? It is the week of St. Patrick's Day, so we're gonna, obviously, everyone's gonna have their corned beef and cabbage. Well, not everybody. Those that want to can, blah, blah, blah. But what's our theme this week? What are we talking about? Last week was what? It was self-reflection. This week, it's gonna be grit. Do we know what grit is? Does everybody know what grit is? Not grits, what you eat. This is grit. Not grip, like I'm gripping something. Grit, G-R-I-T, grit. What is grit, Carl? I don't get it. Well, grit is that extra bit of energy, effort, that takes you from just about to give up and keep going to reach your goal. That little bit, which is monumental, is grit. Oh, I've been mowing the lawn for hours and I still got one more section to do. I'm so tired. It's hot. My allergies are killing me. I'm sounding like myself. But I push through. I say to myself, if I can just mow that last section of grass, I'll be done. And then I don't have to worry about it. Oh, can I do it? My goal is to complete it. And then I go do it. The ability to go do it was the grit. Had I given up, I would have no grit, or not in that effort anyway. We all have grit inside us. We do. We use it all the time. Sometimes we just don't use it when we most need it, when we most need to employ it. That's that time where it's like, there's a job that Ray posted on Wednesday during the morning routine, and I really like the job, but it's so much work. I gotta update my resume. I gotta get with Zach. I gotta do all these things, blah, blah, blah. I just don't feel like doing any of it. The difference between the person that does it and the person that doesn't, one used their grit, the other did not. Grit is the difference of achieving or not achieving your goals, personally, financially, whatever your goals are. The difference between achieving them and not is the use of grit. It takes effort, energy, will to push forward, to do the hard work to get to the goal. Every goal we have has an element of something we just don't like to do. For me, paperwork maybe. It's like, I like doing all these other things and whatnot, but man, when I gotta sit down and crunch numbers and do paperwork, well, that's not fun. It's an important part of business and it's an important part of, certain responsibilities. Every responsibility has an element to it that's just not fun. It's not the fun part of the job, right? Cleaning your room, well, there is no fun part necessarily, except for the end. When you have a clean room, you have to worry about it anymore. The grit is the push through to get it all done. Now, I said we all have grit and we all employ it at different times and at different levels. The important part of understanding grit and utilizing grit is knowing that you can do it and then choosing to do it when you least want to. That is power. Because of 10 people that can do one thing, some aren't going to do it, but a few are, and you want to be a part of those few. Case in point, Ray is going to show us a few jobs on Wednesday, and several people are going to apply. They're going to send their application in, but they're not going to follow up. They're not going to take the phone call. They're not going to take the next step, right? Only a few will. You want to be a part of that few. That was the grit. I did that next thing. Now I got to do the interview, step by step. People fall off because it becomes too overwhelming to take the next step. Sometimes, this is another aspect of grit, is asking for help. Oh, we talked about that a few weeks ago too, right? Looking in the mirror, self-reflection, saying, hey, what do I do here? I don't want to do it. But if I reflect on my anxiety around moving on to the next step, if I reflect on it and think, well, the times that I didn't work out very well. The times that I did work harder worked out great. So that's what you want to think of. You want to reflect on that. And then you want to reflect on the part that, well, this is really hard. I'll ask for help. Is that still grit? Heck yeah, it is. Because you're still desiring to push forward, still taking the steps. Emailing zweiss@vci.org, asking for Zach's help will help you employ your grit to keep pushing forward to that goal that you want. All right? So that is grit. We use it all the time. Sometimes it's just getting out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed today. It's too sunny outside. I'm too cozy in my bed. I'm too tired. What's the right thing to do? Get out of bed. It takes grit to get yourself out of bed. I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm getting out. I've done it. I'm out. You used grit to get out of bed. That's a great example of grit? Is it the most best example? Most best, that's not a good phrase. Is it the best example of grit? No, but it's still grit. But you really want to work on employing it when it matters the most. Getting a job, doing good at your job, helping out other people, right? Achieving those goals that you really want. So we're going to talk about it all week long. Grit, that is your thing. Yeah, you want to learn more about it? Google that. Grit, G-R-I-T. All right. Today, we've got some positive thoughts with Sea-Dog.
What's up, broskies? Happy Positive Monday. Woo! Sea-Dog here! Super Positive Mondays! So, Sea-Dog's positive thought for today, he was kind of thinking, what could it be? And there's only one thing about the Sea-Dog that's real special about him, is he is super unique. So my positively positive thought for Monday is, hey, be unique. Which brings Sea-Dog broskies to this point. There's some dude out there in the internet world named Carl Ann that is trying to steal this likeness. Which Sea-Dog is very unique and very protective of his likeness. So, internet world, I'd like to introduce you to my friend that I found down here by the river. You guys ready to meet my friend? He's very important to me, so here we go.
Carl Ann, my name is Paternity McDormand, and I represent Sea-Dog, and I immediately request that you cease and desist in your actions.
That's right, Carl Ann. Woo, broski!
That's right. We're coming for you, Carl Ann.
And remember, broskies, be unique.
That's right.
Woo!
And we object to Carl Ann.
Woo! Broskies, see you guys later.
Very good. Positive thoughts help with the grit. You get some positivity going and you get into the groove of getting that stuff done and working hard, utilizing that grit and that power to push through. Beautiful stuff. So let's see who Ray's got for us this week. He's shown us some people that they would not be the success stories that they are if it wasn't for having and employing a lot of grit.
This week's feature is funny man Dan Aykroyd. Saturday Night Live alumni Dan Aykroyd was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome when he was 12 years old. Additionally, he has Asperger's syndrome. Although he wasn't diagnosed until the early 1980s, interestingly, living with the condition inspired one of the most iconic films. Dan Aykroyd said, quote, "One of my symptoms included my obsession with ghosts and law enforcement. I carry around a police badge with me, for example." Aykroyd told the Daily Mail, quote, "I became obsessed by Hans Holzer, the greatest ghost hunter ever. That's when the idea of my film Ghostbusters was born."
Very, very good. You do not achieve those things if you don't use your grit. You gotta push through, even when you don't want to, even when voices in your head or outside your head tell you, this is too hard, this is difficult, you're gonna struggle. Yeah, we're gonna struggle at times, but that doesn't mean we have to stop, right? Just like Gabrielle and Rocker Bob's National Day of They Have Not Stopped. Let's see what they got for us today.
Good Monday morning, everybody. It is March 15th, smack dab in the middle, well, kind of, there's 31 days this month, almost in the middle of the month, pretty much so. And here we are, on the day that is needed. It is National Napping Day, taking a nap. Well, it's National Napping Day because you know what we had the other day? Or the other night, or just last night. We got an hour stolen from us, right? We had to hoppy, skippy, jumpy forward. So we're all thinking it's, 9 something, because that's the time of the clock right now, but it's really 8 something to our body. We got robbed an hour of sleep. So on today, it's National Nappy Day. Encourages you to take a nap. And studies do show that a nap during the day for a lot of people really helps with your brain waves and getting things going again, taking a little, siesta. But a nap, according to studies and things that we should do, is only between 10 and 20 minutes. Not a 3-hour nap in the middle of the day and then you can't go to bed at night like a lot of people do. I can't take a nap. I've tried to take a nap. Naps just don't work for me. And there's some of you out there that just doesn't work. But if you can, and it works for you, take that 15, 20-minute nap today. Set an alarm, because it's only a nap, not a good night. So, everybody stay awake in the Zooms today, but have a great day and take a nap on National Nappy Day.
Goodness. Oh. The dangers of napping when you got the long hair. It took on the hair sometime. Wake you up from good dreams. Dreaming about being on stage in the sunshine, singing the tunes. No, I'm just here napping. Singing the National Napping Day song. Yeah, the napping day song. Brain is still napping. That's what I say. Napping day, yeah, napping day, yeah, napping day, yeah, napping day, napping day, napping day, yeah, napping day, yeah, napping day, yeah, napping day, napping day, napping day. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Napping. Okay, everyone, take a nap today after program. Okay, another guy that uses his grit to keep pushing forward, this guy right here. And he uses it not just to push forward for the back and the past, not just to push forward because he's got a job, but to push forward because his family depends on it. He depends on it. And you guys depend on him pushing forward with his grit to help you guys out. Here's Zach with the back and the past.
Hey everybody, happy Monday the 15th, everybody. How you guys doing today? I hope we're all energized and rested over the weekend and we've gotten rid of all that whatever and we're ready to wake up and get moving on this positive week here. It's what we make it, guys. You want to make up and be grouchy, it's Monday? Then guess what? It's going to be a grouchy Monday. So it is what you make it. Let's get this day going right? I mean, we got some good stuff coming up this week, fun stuff. We got some jobs coming around, people getting out there starting to look for work. The emails are starting to come to zweiss@vcdi.org. But before we do any of this, we've got to go back in the bearded past with Zach. So, 1812, the first Russian settlement in California is found. They find their landing spot on the Russian River. Now, eventually they built Fort Ross, and Fort Ross is actually still there. If you want to ever go up the Highway 1 up to the Russian River, beautiful country, beautiful place, but they really fizzled out. The Russians didn't really have a lot of a say in a lot of people coming out to their settlements, and so they really never moved in and really, took over like some other European cultures did. Also, too, Maine in 1820 on this day. It's admitted as the 23rd state into the Union. Pretty fancy stuff there. And then also, too, in 44 BC, Julius Caesar is assassinated as well on this day in history. So you guys, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys got a little something out of these little facts I gave you today. But I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have a great Monday. Everybody enjoy yourselves. Take in every aspect of this fine day and be thankful. All right, you guys, have a good one. Bye.
And just like that, everybody here in this video today used grit to get through this video, to get through all the videos, to make it, to put it together and put it out there for you. Grit. Hard work, effort, determination, and the will and desire to push through to meet your goals, right? All right, it is Monday. Have a great positive day, everybody. So happy to be celebrating all this fun stuff with you guys. Remember, we got our year coming up, but we've been doing this whole virtual program for almost a year now, next week. So look forward to some cool things regarding that. And St. Patty's Day coming up. That's going to be fun. So for the morning routine, we will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.